In the last book of the Bible, Revelation, there is a mysterious creature called the Beast. The image is terrifying, a giant monster rising from the deep sea, possessing extraordinary strength, piercing eyes, and terrifying twisted horns. Its appearance shocked the world, causing people to be amazed and afraid. Its majestic appearance fascinated many people, causing them to forget the truth and begin to worship it as a great power. Instead of remembering the good things, people gradually turned away from the truth and were drawn into the false world created by the beast. This image symbolizes a force that opposes the truth and spreads darkness everywhere. The beast also has another ally, a creature that rises from the ground. This second monster has two horns and acts as the beast's most loyal supporter. It not only encourages but also convinces people to side with the beast by performing magic and miracles. With its seemingly magical and enchanting appearance, this creature deceives many people into believing that the beast is truly great and worthy of worship. It acts as a loudspeaker to amplify falsehoods, expanding the influence of darkness. Instead of turning their hearts to what is right, humanity is gradually seduced by the power of illusion, not realizing that they are drifting away from the light of truth. One of the most terrifying things about the beast is his ability to speak against all good and holy values. He not only denies the truth, but also challenges God, luring people away from love and justice. Together with his allies, the beast spreads false messages, creating a mark known as the mark of the beast. Those who accept the mark must wear it on their foreheads or hands, as a declaration that they have chosen to follow the forces of darkness. This is not just an external sign, but also symbolizes the abandonment of goodness, the neglect of compassion, and the rejection of truth. Two beasts ruled the world for a time, using intrigue and deception to cloud the conscience of mankind. Under their rule, many lost faith in goodness and were drawn into the vortex of false power. However, in this context, a ray of light appeared. A king of goodness, as bright as the rising sun, came to end the chaos. He was not only a bringer of justice, but also a symbol of hope. His appearance signaled the end of evil and the beginning of the journey to restore light to the world. While darkness seemed invincible, the king brought faith that true light would always prevail. The King of Light rides on a pure white horse, leading an army of good. They do not carry conventional weapons, but are armed with righteousness, truth, and courage. This is not a war for territory, but a battle between truth and lies, between light and darkness. On that strange battlefield, the followers of the beast, an army of lies, are also ready, screaming and making a ruckus, defending their false kingdom. But despite their noise, they cannot obscure the majestic presence of the King of Light. Each of his steps seems to shed more light into the darkest places of humanity, preparing for a decisive battle. The beast and his minions are not easily subdued. They unleash all their worst: poisonous lies, fiery anger, storms of chaos, and confusion to tear apart the ranks of light. They seek to devour hope, obscuring truth with darkness. But the King of Light is not alone, and behind him is an army of shining angels. They are faithful souls who have chosen the light despite pain and trials. Clad in starry armor, they are the embodiment of courage, unconditional love, and the power of good. In the midst of the fury of darkness, the angels do not falter. The battle began not with swords, but with a thunderous challenge from the King of Light. The demons charged forward, confident and arrogant. But with a gentle gesture, the King of Light waved his hand, and from it came a ray of light as bright as the sun in the dark night. That light not only dispelled the darkness, but also cut through the lies like a sharp blade. All the pretenses that the beast had built began to crumble. As if a new day was awakening, light shone everywhere, shaking the false beliefs that the evil had relied on. That moment was the turning point where truth began to tear away the deceitful masks and push back the power of evil. As the light shattered the darkness, the angels did not stand still. They launched divine counterattacks not by force but by the power of heaven. The thunderclaps were not of nature, but of divine justice, striking down upon the dark heart of the beast. Each blow carried just punishment and the light of truth. The beast and his army began to weaken visibly. Their screams were now desperate gasps. The forces of light gradually gained the upper hand, surrounding the sinful creatures with an unbreakable halo of light. With their power gone, the beast and his allies were left powerless to fight back. The King of Light gave a firm command. They were to be cast into the lake of fire, which symbolized punishment and the eternal end of evil. The once proud and powerful creatures were now nothing more than defeated beings, screaming in despair as they were consumed by the fires of judgment. The lake of fire was not only a place of imprisonment, but also a symbol of the cleansing of all lies, cruelty, and rebellion. As their bodies were submerged, so too were the lies they had sown, leaving no trace behind. It was the end of the kingdom of lies, a resounding victory for truth, where light was no longer hidden. With the beast gone, the sky suddenly became clear, and light filled every corner. A new era began, free of lies and pain. Love, truth, and kindness became the foundation of the new world. It was not only the end of evil, but the beginning of eternal hope. Those who persevered on the side of good, despite the hardships they had faced, now lived in endless joy. The battle was not in vain, proving that right, even when tested, would ultimately triumph. The new world was a reward for loyalty, for those who did not abandon the light in the darkness. And from now on, happiness would reign forever on earth.